In a cave up in the mountains, 3 bandits did reside. They knew the hillsides very well in all the ways to hide. No passerby was safe from them, for when they'd come along, from unseen reaches in the trees they'd hear a mocking song. The travelers paid little mind, strange birdsong they'd contend. But when they had stopped down to rest, the bandits would descend. Relieved of all their valuables and stripped of all their clothes, the travelers retreated to the prairie far below. Back to the nearest town they fled to tell their tale of woe, and warn the people living there the passage not to go. The bandits made their living thus for some time undisturbed. The story spread throughout the town until the sheriff heard. The sheriff was a noble man, his duty to uphold the safety of the townspeople and all their hard-earned gold. The dwellers of the hillside caves were merely petty thieves, till one day things got out of hand, they killed a family. When news of the dead bodies came, the sheriff with his men at nightfall under starlight rode their horses fast and grand, across the prairie dark and wide, then up the mountain slopes. The sheriff and his boys in tow with rifles, badges, ropes. Up in the mountains all was pitch, no sound but the north wind. Upon a vantage point they stopped to look around again. The mountainside was dressed in black with nothing to reveal, but then the orange of fire glow appeared from far afield. Up ridges, crags, and granite rock the lawmen rode their steeds, until they came upon the cave wherein the robbers stayed. Their drunken laughter echoed loud, the flames blazed red and bright. The sheriff climbed atop the cave deep in the black of night. He motioned for his men to creep around the fire's edge, then aimed his rifle downward at the bandits on the ledge. He called out, "Raise your hands up high, there's nothing you can do." Then when the bandits turned to run, his men burst into view. He killed a family in cold blood, for that I'd shoot you now. But I'm a lawman through and through, unto the courts I bow. As criminals you will be tried within a court of law. Your day of judgment will come soon in the state of Arkansas. When back to town the posse came, the people clapped and cheered. The outlaws were all bound by rope, just like a herd of steer, with heads hung low like guilty dogs, paraded and exposed down Main Street, just like those they robbed without a stitch of clothes. This last part of the story, I know it all too well. I've had some time to think on it from inside this jail cell. I hope you'll heed this parable and not judge me a liar. And if you live above the law, avoid a nighttime fire. The laughing stock of the whole town, a trial date was set. The appointed judge to my relief was my own Uncle Jet. In the courtroom I called out to him, "It's me, your nephew Paul." The judge said to the jury, "I don't know him at all." The jury found us guilty, though evidence was scant. Just a couple dozen people that we robbed took the stand. We're sentenced to the hanging tree next Sunday afternoon, behind the old church on the hill back where the lilies bloom.